Okay guys, so this is my first installment of these Graflex 2.0 tutorial videos. These videos probably won't be coming on a regular basis between waiting for parts, money, and just real life stuff. There may be longer than normal gaps in the videos. In this video, I am going to cover cutting the shroud to expose the core and eventually the crystal chamber. The first thing we need to do is to disassemble the Graflex 2.0 emitter. East Coast Sabers has an awesome video series on YouTube called Let's Build a Graflex 2.0. His video series talks about everything you need to know about building your own Graflex. In my tutorial, we won't need to know a lot of the info in East Coast Sabers videos, but there's a lot of great info in his videos that I'll be referencing throughout my build. So let's get started with the disassembly. First, I'm going to take the grip off. I'll do a video a little later on how I am going to assemble that. So we'll set the grip aside, and now we have just the emitter. Basically, we're going to be cutting out the bottom half of this so that it exposes the core underneath here, that is this little black threaded part here. Easy parts are the glass eye, which just unscrews from the bottom, and the red button on top. So we'll set that aside. This little pop tab here, it unscrews as well. Let's see if I can get it unscrewed here. There it goes. And I don't think I'm going to actually be using this in the build, so I'm just going to set it aside for now. I'll probably put it back on at the end of this video, just so I don't lose it. The next thing that we're going to do is I am going to take out the little pins, the charge pins. There are 4 of them in this little case that I have. It's a Cobalt toolkit that I picked up from Lowe's. I have these little hex sockets. And this one fits right over top of the pins. Just unscrew those and set them aside. We'll do the other side. And so now the last thing I need to do is remove this little screw right there, and then I can pull out the core. So let me get this tool out of here. One of the other little, this is the handle that comes with the Cobalt kit, and one of several holders for various bits that go in. And I don't know, I still haven't figured out what the numbers on it, but this is the 1.5 bit that's in here, and it goes right down on that. Pull that out, set it aside. Okay, so now that should be everything I need to pull out in order to... Oh, one more thing. This little thingy over here on the other side is supposed to be a slide switch in an actual Graflex, but we'll unscrew that as well. And now we can take the core out of it. So that just slides out like that. And we're going to set that off to the side for now. Now, the other thing I'm going to do, and I guess you don't really need to, but I'm going to do it just to err on the side of caution, is I am going to remove the bunny ears. It's just a little screw right here at the front end, same bit that I've been using, and then you just kind of push it through the bottom. Now there is a little piece that holds the bunny ears together, and that this long screw goes into and screws into. So we're going to set that aside for now. Now, here is the stripped out Graflex emitter. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I am going to take some blue painter's tape, and I'm going to tape off the area that I am going to be cutting. This helps protect the emitter while you're cutting. It also gives you a nice surface to draw on, which I will show you here in just a second. Okay. And it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to cover everything. And not leave any gaps. Alrighty, one more and it should be enough to cover. Clear to the end. And I tend to leave a little off of the end just to kind of protect a little bit. Okay, so just like that. Now I am going to take my Sharpie hang on a second, I'm gonna have to go find a Sharpie here. Alright, so I've got my Sharpie, and basically what I'm going to do is, you can kind of see where the edge of that circle is right there, and from that edge I am going to measure 1/4 of an inch from that edge. So right there. And then I'm going to mark it. Now, from there, I'm going to prop this up here like that so that it's at the right angle. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do, if I can get this stupid thing to hold still, so you can kind of see where this little U-shaped channel is right here in the tape. The halfway mark of the Graflex is right in the middle of that U-shaped channel. So then I'm going to take my tape measure here, and I'm going to draw a straight line all the way out. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to take and connect these lines just like that. Now, the Starkiller Shroud actually has this little triangular shape cut out here. That I will be cutting out as well. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Little angle is only about a quarter of an inch up from this line here. Okay, so now I'm going to pause for a minute and I am going to go and cut this. I have my Dremel and cutting wheel set aside, but it's outside, and I'm going to go cut this, and then I will be right back and I'll show you how it looks. Alright, I'm going to have to do this real quick because I'm running out of battery on my phone. So as you can see, I've got it cut. I've got the proper angle on the back end. I am going to do a little bit of cleanup with some sandpaper along the edges here. Just some fine grit stuff. Just kind of rub it along the edge here, just to kind of clean up any burrs or anything that might have gotten picked up or made when you were cutting it. Like I said, there is going to be some additional cleanup I'm going to do, but for the most part, it's done and ready to go back on the, or it's ready for the core to go back in. So I'm going to pull this off. And there we have it. All set. So then basically you're just going to be putting it back together the reverse of how you took it apart, obviously. And yeah, that's so it looks like. It looks pretty good, I think. Next time I'm probably gonna be doing the grip, because that's what I have that I could work on still without buying more parts or waiting for more parts to come in. So I'm going to put this back together, and that'll be it for the night. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.